y'all money, pussy? Yo, what up, Cash Money? Man, what time is it? Yo, it's threesome time.
What do rap and opera have in common? They seem like two very unrelated mediums outside of being music. But when you think about it, opera has more in common with rap than you might think. When you think about opera, you think about song lyrics. The librettos are often really intricate poems using fancy language and rhyme to make the story about feelings even stronger. It's about how words sound and what they mean. And the people who write them are usually super skilled at using language in a beautiful way. Conversely, when you think of hip-hop, is also all about lyrics. Rappers are famous for how they play with words, how the rhymes that they come up with, the cool metaphors they use, the way they can pack so much meaning in a few lines. They're practically word wizards. Both rap and opera have been used as a form of expression and storytelling throughout history. Both rap and hip-hop place a huge value on the art of language. Both understand the power of well-crafted words to move an audience, to tell a story, and both showcase incredible skill. Hip Hopera or rap opera fuses the two genres rap, hip hop, and opera. That shared love for linguistic artistry is the foundation of why hip hopera isn't as crazy as it sounds. The hip hopera, though a generally new genre, is due to not really gaining popularity until around 2001 thanks to the telefilm Carmen the Hip Hopera starring Beyonce, modernized Georges Bizet's opera Carmen by adding in hip-hop elements. It represents the continued evolution of hip-hop's artistic expression. It demonstrates the versatility and capacity for complexity and storytelling. Now, the earliest known use of the phrase hip hopera was actually in the 1994 with Volume 10's album, but it became an even larger part of pop culture in 1997 when the Fugees and Bounty Killer collaborated on a single called Hip Hopera. Another connection between hip hop and opera, making them perfect partners, is the idea of sampling. Hip hop producers are like sonic archaeologists. They repurpose old records and beats to find cool sounds and melodies. Often, they stumble upon gold in the form of classical and even operatic music. So, a producer might take a soaring melody from a famous opera aria, chop it up, loop it, and then lay it down hard on the beat and put some rhymes on top. It's like taking an antique lamp and giving it a fresh, modern makeover. Sampling does a couple of really cool things. First off, it highlights just how timeless a piece is, in this case, opera melodies, and they can still sound amazing even in a completely different musical context. Second, it introduces a whole new generation to classic, often unknown sounds by that generation, which bridges a gap between musical eras. And at the core of hip hop is the beat, for sure. As someone who was raised as a hip hop head, I am a sucker for a really good beat, but also the lyrics. Rappers are often celebrated for lyrical dexterity. They are masters. A good rapper is a master at wordplay, complex rhyme schemes, clever metaphors, and packing layers of meaning into every line. They are word wizards, like I said before. They use language to tell their stories, share their experiences, and make a statement. So, even though music seems totally different, at their core, both opera and hip-hop really value how you use language in smart and artistic ways. And that's why when you hear something called hip opera, it kind of makes sense. They both have a deeper appreciation for the power of words. Now, when you experience a rap opera, it could be just something you listen to like an album, where all the tracks connect to tell a story. But it can also be part of something else, something bigger, like a stage show with actors singing and rapping, or even tied to some other form of art. So we have a shared level of lyrical skill and creative borrowing through sampling. Now let's talk about what hip hopera actually is. At its core, it's a way of telling a story through continuous flow of music, just like a traditional opera. You've got a set of characters and you have their story, which unfolds through a series of musical pieces. The twist is that instead of traditional operatic singing, the lyrics are rapped, often combined with singing that's more contemporary. If you think of it as a musical where the dialogue and emotional or high points are developed through delivered through rhythmic and lyrical power. Some people use the term rap opera for this, and the idea is very similar. It's a story told through back-to-back rap songs featuring the same characters. Now, it is definitely worth noting that hip opera is still relatively young and ever evolving. Some critics see it as an experimental way to bring contemporary music into the classical world of theater. There aren't a ton of hard and fast rules yet, which makes it really exciting space for artists to play and push and play with boundaries. Artists are just finding creative ways to tell stories using rap music in a continuous and dramatic way. And speaking of artists that push boundaries, let's talk about a true innovator in the space. Babatunde Akinboboye is a Nigerian-American baritone singer with an incredible range and has performed with many major opera companies. But in 2018, Babatunde took his love for both classical opera and hip hop and created his own Hip Hopera album. Now, I'm not super knowledgeable about the hip hop genre as I am with norm theater, and was trying to get Babatunde on this video, but he is a very busy man as he is currently touring. Today's viral video showcasing his fusion blew up online with millions of views and attention from major news outlets. Babatunde recognized that the genres, despite their difference, shared a deep connection to storytelling and vocal delivery, releasing his own EP called Delta Sida, exploring the genre for himself. Babatunde's work exemplifies what hip hopper can be: vibrant, engaging, and a bridge to musical worlds, introducing new audiences to different forms of expression, ultimately telling compelling stories in a fresh and exciting way. And he has definitely brought many new people into the genre and the operatic world. It's a genre finding its voice, but it's a testament to the boundless creativity of artists who dare to break down the walls of music to create something truly unique. So, let me know what you think of hip hopper and any experiences you've had with hip hopper in your life. I would love to hear about them. But until then, if you'd like to dive a little bit into something I'm a little bit more knowledgeable on, which is the theater, I have my history behind the musical playlist on one side, and on the other side, I will have a video that is specifically tailored to your interests from YouTube. And until then, I will see you in the next video.